Alright, I figured it was high time that we flush out the sniper catalog that we have here, so here is the last and final guide for sniper for the Virulence Sniper. The Virulence Sniper is the pure dot spec for sniper. It runs on not a rotation system, but a priority system. So we have a couple of abilities that are going to help us do damage with all of our dots. The most important abilities of all are going to be Corrosive Dart and Corrosive Grenade. If you learn nothing else from this entire guide, keep Dart and Grenade on the target at all times. This is where you're going to do all your damage from. Dart and Grenade. So, if you see a target and you're about to cast on it, and you don't see your Dart and your Grenade ticking, apply those immediately. They are where you do all of your damage from, and that's the main point of Virulence Sniper. The second ability that is going to help us do more damage with our dots is our Weakening Blast. What Weakening Blast does is it applies a little extra buff on the target. It does a moderate amount of damage on its own, but what it does is that whenever your dots tick, so whenever your dart and your grenade tick, it's going to do extra damage with your Weakening Blast. It's going to do an extra 2,000 damage every time one of your dots tick. So very important. You can see here, oh look, the numbers are doubling because we have our Weakening Blast on the target. That leads us to our Coal. Now how Coal works is that it does a moderate amount of damage on its own, but when you cast Coal, it causes all of your dots to tick. So on its own, Coal does about 20,000 damage here, so you can see, oh look, not that much, not that impressive, not that impressive, only 5,000 damage a tick. It does about 20,000 damage over the course of the cast. But when we apply our dots, he said, so dot, and Weakening Blast. I said dot, thank you. And Weakening Blast, and we cast Coal. It causes our dots to tick every single time that Coal hits the target. So it hits the target 4 times. It causes all 3 of your dots to tick at once. Very, very important to make sure that you have all of your dots running on a target whenever you're about to Coal it. Otherwise, you're going to do no damage. It's going to be a waste of time. You'll notice here that after the dots are falling off, they're applying these gray versions of the dot. This is what happens once the dot falls off, and it's no longer ticking damage. However, if you cast Coal on a target with the gray version of the dot on it, it's going to tick that damage. So it's not doing it damage on its own, but if your dots happen to fall off and you're casting Coal, it's going to continue to tick that damage along. You'll also notice here when I'm casting Coal, oh man, it does not want to cooperate with me today. When I'm casting Coal, Takedown will light up. Takedown is our kind of our last main ability besides Lethal Shot. Get to that later. And every time you cast Coal and Coal ticks damage, it has an 80% chance to make your takedown able to be used. Usually takedown makes you wait till the target's below 30% health. However, when you cast Coal on the target, it'll automatically proc it, give you a nice little glowing prompt, and it'll say, hey, you should probably click this, and so we do. Our last ability is Lethal Shot. Lethal Shot is basically our filler, and based on the tactical we're taking, it's going to do a little extra dot as well. But when we have our dots ticking and Coal is on cooldown, Lethal Shot is what we're going to be filling it with. Let's talk about our set bonus real quick. When you're taking the Established Foothold set gear, it's increased damage overall. Whenever you're sitting in Entrench, which we have a utility for. So Entrench has a 35-second cooldown. It lasts for about 20 seconds. So you're going to be sitting in Entrench less than you're going to be sitting out of Entrench. So it's a flat 15% damage increase based on how many stacks we have. For as long as you sit in Entrench, you're going to be building these as Trench offense stacks. So a flat 15% damage increase. Very, very tasty. And then the tactical that we're going to be using is the Exploited Weakness tactical. It causes your Weakening Blast to do more damage, which is always nice. And then it lets our Lethal Shot apply a dot, which you see here. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but extra damage is basically free damage. And Lethal Shot is such an important filler in our rotation that this dot's never going to be falling off. So it's free damage, and we like free damage. So the priority system basically works with apply your poisons first. That's the most important. If your dots aren't on the target, apply your dots immediately. Next in the priority is going to be Weakening Blast. We can basically use Weakening Blast on cooldown. And then whenever Coal is available and Weakening Blast is on target, we want to be Coaling. Now there is a gap period here where Coal is going to be off cooldown while Weakening Blast is not available. So we're just going to cast Coal then. You'll notice that takedown is proccing, so we kind of want to be using takedown on cooldown. And then whenever we don't need to apply our dots and we don't have our coal and we don't have our weakening blast to fill, we're going to be filling with lethal shot. Lethal shot is basically the last ability in our rotation. So you can see here our dots are falling off, but they're gray, so now they're going to tick with coal. Now it doesn't want to. This dummy is really resistant to that. Filling with coal. So walking through it one more time. Dots first, weakening blast second, coal third, takedown fourth, fill with lethal shot. That's really all there is to the basics of Virulence Sniper. It's apply your dots to everyone, weakening blast them, coal them, takedown, and lethal shot. In that order, apply your dots to everyone, etc., etc. Now, the way we get our dots on more people is if you have your corrosive dart on a target. It resisted again. Wow, I should probably shadow the target. And then you apply corrosive grenade. Corrosive grenade does an AoE damage. So whenever it splashes, it spreads your corrosive dart to all targets in the immediate area. So if everyone's bunching up, corrosive dart and then corrosive target everyone, and then you can also like tab target around and spread the dart that way. So if one person is kind of standing outside the group isn't all bunched up around one target, just spam your corrosive grenade around a little bit, and eventually you'll get all your darts in a target and you'll have plenty of people to choose from. Now let's go and talk about our utilities here. So you do have a lot of options when it comes to utilities as Virulence. It's a lot more of a movement-based spec. You can move a lot more than you're going to be with, for example, Marksman, where you have to be sitting in cover to do more damage, right? You can really run around a lot with Virulence and still be doing a bunch of damage. So the utilities we take are going to be Ballistic Dampeners, which just absorbs a bunch of damage whenever you get into cover. Snapshot, which is going to let us instant cast our lethal shot whenever we pop into cover. Vital Regulators, which gives you a flat, small amount of HPS, which builds up over time. The tricky one here is going to be Calculated Pursuit, especially with Virulence, where we have so much movement available to us. The opportunity to take Calculated Pursuit is present. So what Calculated Pursuit does is every 20 seconds, whenever you leave cover, you'll be granted these stacks of Calculated Pursuit so you can run around and cast lethal shot, which is very important, especially in like PvE content and high-end PvE content when there's a lot of movement going on. So if you're not sitting in cover, you can still be doing damage, right? By popping on your dots on target and then popping out of cover and still be casting lethal shot while you're moving around. It's very important that you get out of the stupid. If you're in a PvE content, make life easy for your healers. A dead sniper does exactly 0 damage. So make sure you're taking advantage of a Calculated Pursuit and still getting some DPS done while you're moving around of mechanics. Next, we take Reestablish Range. It's our speed boost. We go wee and move a lot faster whenever we use our countermeasures. Hold Your Ground is just very nice. It reduces the cooldown of a lot of our defensive cooldowns. And then whenever you get out of cover, you get a defense screen for 6 seconds. Very nice. Augmented Shields just lets you do more damage with or stop you from taking more damage with the shield probe. Tactical Retreat gives us 10% health every time we roll, which adds up very quickly. It's like a 30k heal. So if you have a 30k heal every 20 seconds, very nice. Finally, Pillbox Sniper. This pairs very well with our step bonus, right? So with our step bonus, we're doing more damage whenever we're sitting in cover, and this reduces the cooldown of Entrench. Not when you're sitting in cover, when you're sitting in Entrench. And this reduces the cooldown of Entrench by 15 seconds, and then it lets you knock people very far away with Cover Pulse. So the tactical we usually take is the Exploited Weakness, but there is a second tactical called Airborne Agents that kind of changes up the way, especially in like AoE heavy fights. So I'm going to take a quick pause, and then I'll get right back when we have a bunch of AoE targets. All right, we're going to gather up some buddies here. So the tactical here is called Airborne Agents, and what it does is it spreads Weakening Blast to any target hit by your Corrosive Grenade, right? So especially when we're going to be getting a lot of targets around here, spreading your Corrosive Blast is going to, your Weakening Blast is going to cause all of your dots to do more damage, which is, kind of what we're looking for. What it also does is it allows your Lethal Shot to do damage to all targets affected by your Weakening Blast. So very, very handy. it basically turns your weakening blast into an uber AoE, which is really... Oh, Jordan, get back here, bud. You don't want to go out there. Really what we're looking for. It also kind of changed up the rotation a little bit. Nope. Let's get out of here. Change up the rotation a bit because we have to apply... I'm sorry, it's going to be stunned for 17 years here. By applying our weakening blast first. And then we do corrosive dart. And now we just AoE everyone down. And now we do lethal shot on everyone because everyone has weakening blast on them. And we do a ton of damage. It's very handy. Very, very handy. So now all these targets have weakening blast on them. And we just do a bunch of AoE damage. And that is how the tactical Airborne Agents changes up how you do AoE damage. All right, we're going to hop into a PvP match now and show you how Virulence plays in PvP. So I'll see you in 2 seconds. All right, we got a Hypergate match here. One thing I forgot to mention is that with Weakening Blast, if you kill someone that has Weakening Blast ticking on them, Weakening Blast's cooldown will be reset. So if you're wondering, man, why did Weakening Blast come off cooldown so quickly? It's because you killed someone that had Weakening Blast ticking on them. So the goal for a Virulence Sniper in PvP is very simple. Do the most damage as possible. If you can get up to like 10k, 11k, 12k DPS, that is a lot of damage that the healers have to churn through. And if they're so busy dealing with just your damage, everyone else is going to be able to knock down all the other players on the enemy team. And especially for matches in like Hypergate and Yavin, where killing people counts for points towards your team, it's very important to be killing people. Obviously, that's what PvP is all about. And we are exceptionally equipped to do that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go to mid. It looks like we have 2 guys going to their pylon, so they can go have fun over there. We're going to go to mid and then hang back. We're going to let our frontliners go up there and take care of business first, and we'll pop in from behind and make sure that we are killing people. We're running the Weakening Blast does more damage tactical, just because we want to be able to focus down like single targets. So, looks like we have a stealther right here. Oh, he zapped me. That's all right. So with this guy, I'm assuming he has the 50% less damage tactical, but that's okay for right now. It's when we pop out of cover right away. So here's our marked target. We're going to mark him up. We just want to be applying as many dots as possible. So it looks like they have a whole bunch of Storks, which is fine. We're going to go back here and sit on this healer. So we're going to be casting Weakening Blast on him, and then we're going to call and do a bunch of damage. And now he's going to be reflecting, so we're going to swap targets. Again, we're trying to keep up our dots on all these different targets here. So he's off of Reflect. Now he does have the gray versions of the dots ticking on it now, but remember that does let us do our cold damage. Applying our dots back. Gonna roll over, use the instant cast, do a burst of damage, and then knock him down. He has his cold toe running, so we're just gonna hunt him down at this point. This is his last DCD, is the energy shield. So we'll let him run away, and then we'll just take care of business back with the people in mid and score more points. This guy's kind of alone over here, so we see if we can sit him down and have him discuss the errors of his ways of sitting right in channel range. Now this Merc is out of DCDs. He no longer has his shield, his Culto, or his Reflect. So we can just channel him for a little bit, push him back, and let our guys run orbs. By sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, that allows our teammates to run back and score orbs with, or score points with orbs, which is kind of what we're looking for. Now he might have the attack or utility, which lets shield tick back every time he takes damage, but we don't know that for sure, so we'll find out. Gonna interrupt that, and now Cole, he does have the tactical. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to take him down before his shield runs off. We're gonna be very close. Oh, we're not going to get there, are we? Okay, we got to get out of here. This is where hopes and dreams come to die. So let's roll out. By roll out, I mean sit there and float. Now you can see here we're spreading our dots with our corrosive grenade. And that just applies our corrosive dart to everyone. Make sure we can do a little more damage. Channel this guy for a little bit. All right, now we got to get out of here. Run. Adios, mi amigos. Now, see, we scored all these points here because we had their entire team push back into their orb, or into their pylon, which is good for us. We're not... Oh, okay. We're going to get out of here. Oh, no. Run, little sniper. Run, little sniper. Go, go, go. Oh, my boy pulled me. That's a good lad. All right, now, Alex is here. I see him marked up. Oh, he lost his mark. There's his mark. Interrupt that. He has his shield back already because mercs are ridiculous. But we should have him down. There we go. And now we're just going to dot everyone up and try to keep pushing them out. They do have an operative running around. Remember, we got sapped by him at the beginning of the game, so we got to be careful with our pylon. I'm assuming that's what's taking so long. He's probably running around over there. So we'll keep all these guys occupied. We're going to grab this power up. Now, if they're all going to be running orbs, it looks like my entire team has gone away. So that's very bad news for us. We're going to try to get within range of our... Okay, we're going to spend... No, we're not. Oh, goodness. No. Oh, damn. That's all right. What we were trying to do is we were trying to get back in range of our hololocate. But that didn't work out, obviously. But fortunately, we cat the orb. We got a bunch of... we cat the pylon. Got a bunch of orbs. And the nice thing about Virulence is that when you die, your dots still tick. So your DPS isn't completely falling off. It's just mostly falling off. We'll get back on the healer here, because that's what we do. We hunt healers for sport. The tiers should sustain you as a DPS. Looks like they have someone going to our pylon. You know, we have two guys over there. Let's take care of it. If you want, like, instant burst damage, a series of shots is a fine way to do it. It's not, like, the most optimal. I got lifted again. That's rude. Just disrespectful at some point. All right. He's reflecting. All right, we'll stop channeling that. A great way to stop the channel is by just getting up and start moving, especially for, like, Cole. If you're channeling into reflect, just don't do that. You're going to tick for 5% of his health every time you channel, so that's like 20% of his health you're giving him back, which is obviously not what we want to do. Gonna roll out just a little bit here. Now they have Sorks for days here, and Sorks do what some might call a metric dick ton of damage. So we just got to be really careful. However, it looks like our Jug is up there really taking care of business, so that leaves us back here to sit and free cast. This guy's going to telekinetics us, so we're going to pop a DCD and then roll away because cowardice is an okay method of war. Go back in. We're going to spend our offensive DCDs here because I think he just spent his Saber Ward. And then we do absolutely no damage. Cool. Cool. I forgot to put down my hololocate, so what we'll do is we'll throw it down here. It looks like we're spending most of our time running around up by their pylon. So in that case, here's Hot Knives. We're gonna roll out of this. We gotta move and try to not be the primary target because this guy wants my booty, and I don't want to give it to him. I have not given my express consent. All right, now we have all the Sorks here. Their healer is back, so let's channel on him again. We gotta get our dots up, apply weakening blast, and then apply the coal. I think his Kolto is probably going to be back here, along with his shield, apparently. So he's probably going to escape this, but that's okay. Or he's not. We're going to just burn him down. That's the way. You know what? I will never complain about that. If you want instant damage, your frag grenade is a good way to do, like, immediate, the target's so low, he has to die type of damage, right? We're going to apply our dots here. This guy's going to die. All the Sorks are running around. The healer is back. This is fine. This is all fine. Honestly, we'll be a real aggressive here. The nice thing about putting our hololocate up like that is that it lets us be a little more aggressive. Because now when things start to go wrong, we can hololocate away. And then we don't die immediately. Now we just die a couple seconds later because we're going to come right back. Because no fear. Hold W. Let's roll, lads. No fear at all. All right, we got to spend our Laze Target here. Laze Target lets you instant cast Cole. We're going to spend to get out of here. I'm sorry, not instant cast Cole. It lets your Cole do crit damage, which is very important. We're going to root this guy. Oh, I'm the most dead lad in the world right now. The most dead boy. Adios, mi amigos. I'll see you. Oh, you're going to roll away? Haha! I was stopping for 2 seconds. Oh, he's back. CC him. He's like right here. I'm going to CC him. Run away. Run away. My brother. Yes, the healer. Save my little butt. Oh, maybe he didn't. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, got him. Let's go. Oh, the heal's doing so much work. Nope. No. I'm going to sit back here and chillax for a little bit. Oh, help me, brother. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, where's the heal? Where did he go? My lad. I require your aid. Oh, damn. Oh, well. The problem is if I sit down there and I try to heal up, they're just going to overwhelm me and kill me. So I was hoping that my healer was hanging out. He wasn't. He was busy back at pylon, but that's okay. Again, our damage doesn't entirely go away when we die, so we don't really care. We gotta kill one more lad, and then we'll win this game. So that means we're going on this, not that dude. You know what? We're gonna win the game either way, honestly. So we're not gonna get one down in time. All right, we found a target. We're gonna apply our weakening blast, and the cold. Oh, he's gonna LOS me. How dare he? But that's okay. You can see here all our dots are taking at once, which is giving this healer fits because he's having to deal with everyone taking significant damage at a very rapid rate, which is why we're able to knock down everyone instead of just one target. Whereas like marksman or you know, your more direct single target damage really lets you put pressure on one dude. With Virulence, we're able to put pressure on every dude. And it's not the same level of pressure, but it is pressure, and it does add up very quickly over time. So we're going to give him a little bit of the burr. Now this gunslinger is Deaderino, but that's okay. We're just going to push him back a little bit. If this healer wants to sit within range, that's fine. I will not complain. Interrupt that. He's playing the dot spec, which is adds up very quickly. I'm going to knock that guy back and roll out of here. Now, we're about to be absolutely dicked on by this operative. So that's fine. Oh, we scored instead. Never mind. And that is how you do damage as Virulence. Not the best game in the world. However, it was a game, and we were able to dunk on some people. So that is the basics of how to play Virulence Sniper. Throw dots, mark your targets, weakening blast, coal, lethal shot, and there's nothing else. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll put links to engineering and marksman in the description below if you want to check out the other specs. And have the best day of your life. Adios, mi amigos.